Why, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Anime Club. I'm still high on turkey.
I'm still not high on turkey.
I'm high on the green shit. Not really, though.
And I'm still starving enough to eat one of you guys.
Honestly, I think Realm might taste the best.
Why me?
Because you eat out a lot, which means you get a lot of, well-made food. I eat a lot of, pate and ramen.
You know, yeah, you're probably right.
Honestly, if you are what you eat, you'll taste the best out of all of us.
Shit,
Outside
man.
of Vorn.
Shit, man.
Because Lord knows we're not going to taste good.
I don't know, I've been eating a lot of homemade meals lately.
That's fair. I guess I'm just the one who's going to taste terrible. Why
Our
are we
lifestyle
discussing
habits.
cannibalism?
I don't know, pleasant topic, just like the movie we watched.
Well, welcome back, everyone. We watched Garden of Sinners.
Murder Speculation Part A, what a name.
Why is it Part A? Why is it not Part 1?
It might be part... I'm pretty sure it's Part A, though.
Jesus.
It's Part A. I remember seeing it.
That's so stupid. Okay, so it was our second Garden of Sinners movie.
Yes.
And what we're gonna start this animation and sound off with a bang. With this movie is so much better sound balance than the first movie that it is just amazing. It is genuinely amazing. The sound balancing is still maybe a little bit off, but that could just be the conversion from a soundtrack designed for a theater system to a soundtrack just coming from a single source. But you don't have the issue where you actively can't hear the talking over the music.
And the only times you had problems with it was when you weren't sure if it was intentional that it was ringing out your ears or not.
Yeah, because I know that sometimes theater movies can just be really loud at certain times, and that's fair.
You could actually hear the people talking.
Yeah, you didn't have to pause or go back or read the subtitles very diligently. Although I will say, the subtitles could have used some work.
Yes.
It was a very abstract concept that's not something you have to that you would normally have to worry about on the English side.
Yeah, so I can understand that. I don't expect things made in other countries to cater to me specifically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not my requirement.
Well, I guess getting ourselves going, do we want to go around with our thoughts?
I'll go first. I mean, I thought the movie was alright. Murder mystery kind of dealio. I don't know. I mean, I know this character, but only because I know them for Fate. Keep in mind, this is not actually related directly to Fate. It's just that this character makes an appearance in the game. This is not actually related. This is actually related to a much overall greater series, I think. But I'm not going to get into that because it's a visual novel.
Some authors just write things in the same universe, you know?
Yeah.
I know Hiro Mashima has Fairy Tail, Eden Zero, and Rave Master crossover with one another.
Yeah.
So.
But this is more like one series and kind of a bit of a multiverse kind of deal, I guess.
Yeah, it's just one part of a wider universe.
Yeah. So, but it's not a part of the Fate universe specifically.
Yeah.
It's part of, I think, the Tsukihime-verse specifically. Yeah.
Okay, if we're getting into deep lore concepts here, no, it is actually more related to Fate, but
I'm gonna give this one a meh, but it's more leaning towards an approval. It's still a meh, but I don't think it's nearly as terrible as the last one where we're coming from.
Seki, you want to go next?
Yeah, sure. I'll put this in approval at this point.
Okay.
I am a great lover of murder mysteries and generally gory shit when it comes to documentary style stuff. So, I mean, nothing about this bothers me other than the unrealistic blood, but I can't expect realism out of anime.
Not when Bleach exists.
Not when Bleach exists. I can't. I can't do anything when Bleach exists. But, I mean, for me, the biggest problem with last movie was sound design and the fact that we didn't actually get, character arcs. And I feel like we got quite a bit more character development in this movie. And I just really like the kind of murder mystery background thing going on, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That vibes with me real good. So, approved for me.
All right. Vorn?
This is currently between a very high meh and a low approval. This definitely did explain a lot more stuff better than the first one, where we quite literally got
The first one's
almost
a fever dream.
nothing. So yeah.
I do need you to settle on one or the other, though.
High meh. High meh.
I think you guys will like the next one a lot more. It's a little bit faster paced. But if you can't tell, I'm an approval on this one. I have, like, you gotta understand, me going into this movie initially, I had dropped the series for like 2 years. So this one really picked it back up for me. I liked that it was more down to earth. A lot more... It's kind of a traditional murder story, murder mystery, except it's got a few twists in there. So, yeah, no, I'm definitely an approved here.
Yeah, animation-wise, I think it's pretty good. I mean, obviously it's older, but it's not bad animation. I didn't see any noticeable, like, issues at any point other than some background characters having questionable-ish faces.
What year did this come out again?
I don't think it really matters. It's older than, like, 4 years, right?
It's at least 2017, I think.
No, way older than that.
Yeah,
really?
this is way older.
Oh, really?
This is 2007.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Okay, so
2008, maybe.
it's decent. The only real glitches I saw were in, background character faces and just background setting in general.
But I
And
guarantee you look in any anime's background characters, you're gonna find some weird ass shit.
And I will admit I'm very kind of picky, and unfortunately I notice a lot about backgrounds. I mean, you've heard me rant about backgrounds in various animes and that kind of thing. So for me, I mean, it stood out, but it wouldn't stand out to a normal viewer per se. And obviously, the sound was okay. We weren't experiencing it in the way it was designed to be experienced, so it was obviously off a little.
But you of all people brought up that you liked some of the soundtrack there.
I did. I
some
really
of the pan
liked.
flutes, I think it was.
Yeah, I liked a lot of the more traditional music that showed up in this because I'm a big fan of traditional instruments and music like that. Honestly, I find it, in a story like this, traditional music fits so much better than like a nondescript pop song running along the base of the soundtrack really quietly. And there were some nice like crescendo and dropping bits that really emphasized suspense. In my opinion, at least. I'm by no means do I think this is a masterpiece, but it's definitely solid movie quality for 2007.
Yeah, if you consider when this came out, this was considered like the height of this series is considered the height of animation for its time.
Yeah, and it still holds up pretty well today.
Yeah.
I'd say for animation.
The only thing I might actually have a problem with was the rain. It was a little off looking to me.
Well, rain just looks weird in animation.
Yeah, I will agree with that.
Because there's always, like, how do you draw rain in animation and have it look, like, random and perfectly unpredictable when it's not?
Like, if you look at rain outside when it's raining, it just looks like lines going down.
Yeah.
You can't really get all the water droplets falling like they are.
The problem is it felt like a little bit just too long, the streak, maybe, to my eyes. I don't know.
Yeah, but that could just be a particular quirk of the animators drawing it. That's not necessarily a downgrade on the entire studio or the movie in and of itself.
Yeah.
I mean, my biggest problem is the unrealisticness of the blood spurts. Like, I know what arterial spray looks like, and that is not what arterial spray looks like.
You're not the only person I've ever watched this movie with who's commented on that, too. It is like...
Look, I am an avid lover of, like, crime documentaries and things like Criminal Minds and shit. So, when I see egregious use of blood that's absolutely not a feasible arterial spray or that kind of thing, it's a little off. It's a little weird, Because I don't have an issue with gore in like a documentary or a murder mystery sense.
You were very happy when it got a little bit more gory.
I was actually surprisingly a lot more happy when it got a little more gory, and maybe more happy than I should have been while we were watching. I may have been a little too happy about some of the parts of the gore, especially considering I looked up some of it.
Yeah.
We're kind of going in stories, so do you want to finish this up?
Yeah, we'll move on to story. And we'll see you back in a couple of days to discuss characters and such. Like, comment, subscribe.